The mysterious nano-banana was finally revealed today when Google peeled back the curtain and announced that it is the new Gemini 2.5 Flash image model. But it's not just another image model. Along with this release, Google dropped a whole playground of applets for us to play with and vibe code with. If this isn't fun, I don't know what is. And a much needed updated UI, making it much easier to find the model that you actually need. In other words, this is probably the most fun image model release yet. Let's go take a look. All right, as usual, to get there, you go to aistudio.google.com, and you should see the new model highlighted front and center. They do say they've got limited model generation for testing. I don't know what that limit is. So to access it, you just click on Gemini native image, or you can always go over here to generate media and Gemini native image. One of the features that they have upgraded, and I appreciate this the most, is over here in the model selector. You used to have to come in here and click on the model and sort through a drop-down list, hoping you could remember which model you needed. But now when you click on the model, there is this menu system up here. You can sort by Gemini models, you can sort by Gemma models, but you can also sort by image models. And that's nice because it used to be this Gemini 2.0 Flash preview image generation. It was kind of buried down in the menu system. So it's really nice that they have called it out and it's much more accessible now. All right, so you definitely can go in here and use it. So of course you can come in here and just start generating images. And it is fast. That was 2 or 3 seconds. Let's try something else. And it's done, 8.2 seconds later. We've got a cozy wizard knitting a scarf. We've got a steampunk librarian. Oh, yes. The details are really nice. But honestly, that's not even what they spent most of the time in the release talking about. It was over here in this build section. They've created a whole toolbox of applets for us to play with. Fast forward. I have a feeling you're going to be seeing this one on social media quite a bit. You just upload a picture. Got a photo of me. And this will generate photos of myself through the decades. 2000s, 1970s, 1990s. All right, apparently this is what I would have looked like in the 60s. Kind of glad I skipped that one. The 50s. Oh boy. The 2000s, the 90s. All right. And one of the fun features they highlighted, if you don't particularly care for one of the photos, just give it a little shake, let it regenerate. All right. Better? Maybe. But the thing they seem to be really excited about, all of these applets are built into this code editor. They mentioned vibe coding. By my virtual assistants count, no fewer than 13 times. So they really want us to take these applets and make them our own. You can go into the code, you can come in here and make the edits if you know specifically what you want, or you can go over here and just tell it what you want. Instead of going back every 10 years, can you make these photos go back every 100 years? Don't know what that's going to turn up. Let's find out. All right, and it is done. It's made the adjustments and ready to start over. See what we got this time. All right, so what have we got? It looks like that's going to be the 20th century. I do wish these came forward a little bit better. There we go. 20th century, the 18th century, 15th century, 16th century, 19th century, 17th century. All right, that's pretty excellent. All right, that's pretty impressive. So if you have an app like this and you decide you like it, they have given us all kinds of abilities. You can download it, you can save it. They've added an integration with GitHub, so you can check it in, you can commit it. You can deploy it to Cloud Run. You can share it, much like Claude Artifacts. I think they've built this so that you can build a little applet, share it with your friends, and let them play around with it too. The other app that's really fun, and I feel like we heard so much about nano-banana replacing Photoshop. I don't know if that is true, but this applet does seem to be hinting at that kind of idea. So same idea, you upload a picture and then you can go in here and retouch. And so let's say I want to add a baby chick. Okay, that was super fast and that is actually pretty impressive. Oh, whoops. All right, I was trying to, there we go, I was trying to make it bigger. I accidentally clicked on it, but that is really well integrated, I will say. That chick looks like it's got one foot in my other hand. There is maybe some image problem or edge problem here, but that is very impressive. Let's see. I accidentally clicked up here. See if I can give myself some red glasses. That worked flawlessly. They have a ton of adjustments here. They have filters. I can make this anime. I have only just started playing with this a very little bit, but that's impressive. And that was super fast. That was maybe less than 5 seconds. Can we change it now? Make this picture the Mona Lisa. Ah, so close. But I can't exactly fault it. Got a little confused there in the end, but man, that's pretty impressive. If this is what we're getting on day 1 of the release, this is going to be something. One of the other apps that's really fun to play with is this Gem Booth. This accesses your webcam and takes snapshots of you and applies different style filters, which is always fun. You can let it add it on the fly. Okay, that's pretty cute. And of course, you can vibe code some changes. They really want us to do that. So can you add a claymation style to this applet? All right, let's give that a shot. Hit claymation and, well, they did mention they're having some problems with different styles. I'll get to that in a minute. And I would say this might be case in point. And they have a whole slew. I definitely have not had time to look at all of these. But this one, the code drawing one, grab your kids and play with this because this is just charming. Come on, you guys. That's a really cute cat, right? Make my cat orange. All right. Not so impressive. I know we've had paint applications for 20 years that can do this, right? Show my cat walking across the back of a couch. Come on. If this isn't fun, I don't know what is. All right, that's just a couple of their applets that I've had time to play with. One of the things that I really appreciated from this product launch was they did mention that it's still day 1 and there's a few things that are not working. And I kind of like that they put them front and center and didn't just try to let us discover them on our own. One of the things they mentioned is text rendering. They mentioned that if you tell the model what text you want it to add to the image, it does pretty well with that. Let's give that a shot. All right, that's great. That's integrated. It's sort of in the same style. Definitely the colors match. Well done. But if I was to go in here and say, give me an image of an Italian restaurant menu, supposedly it has a little bit more trouble with that sort of free form, just background text that's unspecified. Yes, those are definitely not perfect words. It's got the idea and even the feel of it, but some of those characters don't look quite even like real letters. So that's just something to be aware of. They are working on that. It's not here yet. The other thing that they mentioned was stylization. They said they're still having some trouble with stylization. So it's possible if you go in here and say, now make this in claymation style. It might not always work. They didn't specify which styles work and which don't. So I think they're working on it. Give it a chance, maybe. So perfect example. This seems to have done literally nothing. That's a known issue, so do expect a few bugs if you're just trying to make an image in a different style. The last thing that they mentioned specifically, they called it factuality. The reference to that was if you create an infographic that the model does very well at creating the images and making it look really beautiful, but it doesn't always necessarily get the facts correct in the infographic. So the factualization of the infographic might leave something to be desired. So again, they know this, they're working on it. So I do really appreciate that they highlighted the things that they know people are going to hammer on them right away. They're working on it. So those are just a few of the multitude of applets they have provided. I don't know of another system that has this many or even any pre-built applications with the image generation model built right in. They've made it so accessible in so many ways, and right now it all seems to be free. I'm on a free subscription. It did mention that they do have limits to the amount of image generation you can do, but it didn't say what that limit was, and I did not run into it in any of my testing. So I think in the beginning they are opening it up, and it's a great time to go in and play. So nano-banana Gemini 2.5 Flash image model is a big step forward for Google and for the Gemini models. It's not just another model, it is an entire playground for us to play with. And the fact that they have refreshed the UI just a little bit, they've started to make it a little bit easier to use, not only hints at the fact that they've got more coming, they actually flat out said that in their announcement video. They said this is just the beginning. They've got more updates, not just for image generation to come, but for, I think, the entire suite of Gemini tools. So the fact that they released and it's not perfect, I think just goes to show they had to start releasing because there's more coming behind it. So I kind of can't wait to see what else is coming in the next days and weeks. What they do have now is a ton of fun. If you're interested in just a little break for your mind and some playtime, just pure fun again, definitely go to AI Studio and go check it out. There is definitely going to be something there for you to play with. All right, that's it for today. Go play, go have fun. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.